Good evening. I'm Emery Evans, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Nebraska defensive back Donovan Jones has been named to the 2026 All-State Wuerffel Trophy Watch List. This award honors FBS players who lead through community service. Jones volunteers at several kitchens and schools around Lincoln and Omaha and already earned the Sam Foltz 27 Hero Leadership Award this year. The 2026 recipient will be announced live on the Home Depot College Football Award Show on December 11th. Husker graduate Asher Cohen has earned a spot on the U.S. national team following a dominant performance at the Xfinity U.S. National Championship in Phoenix. It's Cohen's first time making the national team, and he was also named USA Gymnastics Sportsman of the Year. The Minnesota Vikings has named Kyler Murray their starting quarterback for the 2026 season. Head coach Kevin O'Connell made the call earlier today, ending an off-season long competition with J.J. McCarthy. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit stonebridgeiwm.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Line drive serve is in. Pass by Harper, set middle. Rebecca for the match. She got it! Call the grand kick. Nebraska wins another in 5 over Creighton. The Big Red remains perfect, 9-0 in 2025.
Britt Prince down the floor, right down the middle of the lane. It opens up. Britt Prince scores. Are you kidding me? She's got 22. Timeout, Virginia. That seal was better than super glue.
1 ball, 1 strike on the Husker center fielder and leadoff hitter. This pitch is crushed to right. Sutherland to the track, to the wall. Mac Boyer just hit it off the scoreboard. A 2-run bomb to right. And Nebraska has another 2 spot on the 2-run shot from Moyer. It's 4-0 Nebraska.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Got a fun show coming up for you here over the next couple of hours. The John Baylor is going to be here.
Ooh.
John Baylor.
JB.
Because we've got volleyball in the air this weekend, less than a week out.
Is he ready to go?
He said not yet, but he will be.
Not there yet? Okay.
He will be.
He's still got a week.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I started filling out. So I've had the bare bones of the Ohio charts done.
Since like April.
But here's the thing. They only return 1 starter on offense. So what I put together is through like the Phil Steele magazines, which are never totally right because they're calling those coaches well in advance. So hopefully I can get some sort of, because I'm going to have to move some things around. I don't think what I have right now is correct.
So you're not ready yet either?
I don't think I can be because the opponent doesn't let me be ready quite yet. But my Nebraska charts are done.
But JB coming up here in hour number 2. So we'll dive into a little bit of a preview of this season and get his thoughts on everything as they will be on the air coming up for us 2 o'clock on Sunday, the pregame show.
2 o'clock start, 3 o'clock
3 o'clock first serve, 2 o'clock pregame show.
But we only advertise the start of the pregame show because we want people to listen to the tremendous 1 hour of content that we have before the match even starts.
Yes, exactly. So we'll talk lots of Husker volleyball here coming up in hour number 2. And then also today was technically the first media availability of camp. Coach Roll met with the media on Saturday before Fan Day, but I guess the first post-practice, if you will, press conferences with coaches and players. So it was defense today with Rob Orich and Tyler Yelk. Was this the first time Tyler Yelk did a press conference?
I don't know if he did one in the spring or not. He did an interview with you.
Yes, I interviewed him when he got here.
That might have been the only thing that he did in the spring when he first got here.
So he met with the media.
Because he got here late. Remember, they hired somebody else for that job.
Yes.
And he went to Baltimore with Jesse Minter. So they had to rehire that position, the safeties coach.
I think ended up being a really big steal.
Yeah.
A really big kind of how it was supposed to happen kind of deal.
And he has the connection with Rob Orch. I mean, they were college teammates.
Which is why I think goes into when we're hearing Coach Rule and the players. I know it's simpler, and I know that they've done a lot of the install already, but even going back to the spring when, Coach Yelk said it, he said, I think he used the word seamless in terms of how they've been able to implement what Coach Orch wants to do. But I think a lot of that, and they've talked about this, a lot of the coaches and players, the reason why is because a lot of the familiarity that Coach Orch has with the guys that they brought on. Yeah,
I mean, when you're coaching with somebody who was a teammate of yours, and then he has the familiarity with Corey Brown, and then he had full reign, according to Coach Rule, to say, I want to make a change here, make a change there, but he elected to bring some of these guys back, like Rob Dvorak in the linebackers room, somebody he talked about today, and Rob has done great work with the linebackers, but that's Rob's expertise. I mean, that's where he spent a lot of the spring, some of this fall camp. When they do indie drills, Rob's over by the linebackers. That's his bread and butter. That's his love. And he said today he's going to push some of that off more as we get closer to the season in terms of the position group meetings with the linebackers to Rob Dvorak. But he spoke glowingly of him, and you get the continuity of some of the guys that have been around in this staff for a while that are meshing with the guys that have worked with Rob in the past. And it seems like it's been a good formula so far here in fall camp, or at least since spring.
So we wanted to play a few clips for you from both Rob Orch and Tyler Yelk. So we'll start with the defensive coordinator. And I think one of the biggest question marks, a lot of people have talked about going into it, although Coach Orch said he doesn't pay any attention to that. But I just think given what happened last year and the fact that this defensive line has got to be better, they've got to stop the run. He was asked about depth on the interior defensive line.
Tremendous progress out of that group. Exceptionally pleased with where we're at. We have a great competition in that room right now. They're pushing each other every day. Every single day, it's like you see something out of someone where it's a spark. We can use them this way. Or you see someone's hands come alive the way we've been talking about. So Corey Brown, Dave Tollefson have done a magnificent job. Really pleased.
So, you look at the guys in the interior defensive line, Riley Van Poppel, everyone knows he's got to have a big year. I think Riley expects out of himself that he's going to have a big year. Jasir Whittington, you see him around practice, and we'll hear what he has to say about him in a little bit here. But he's fiery, he's feisty. But we always mention another year in the program for some of the guys that have been here and been in the strength and conditioning. Sua Lefotu is a name that comes to mind. Gabe Moore is a name that comes to mind, who saw some snaps last year. Tyson Terry, who, of course, didn't play last year because of the ACL. He is a guy who's hard to take down to the ground just based on his background as a state champion wrestler here in the state. Those guys, they need to have step up. Outside of the transfers, you have the guys that have been around this program, understand what it's going to take, and then can those two transfers, Jess, the Stoudemire's and the Whittingtons, can they prove to be a substantial difference from what we saw last year?
Well, let's get right to it. He was asked about Whittington and his thoughts on him and how he works.
Yeah, Jasir's a dog. Jasir has a pro attitude in the way he approaches the game, super competitive, relentless in the way he gets after the passer. One thing I really notice about Jasir is just the first move, if it doesn't hit, second move, third move. He's just constantly going through the process of attacking the quarterback. And he's got elite twitch, obviously, but I think what separates him is the way he approaches his work. And so that kid's going to do a lot of great things in life, whether it's football or not. He's wired the right way.
Yeah, he's still got 3 years of eligibility left, 2 years at Pitt in the ACC, played 14 games last year. He is, when you watch him, some of the guys that, the offense and defense go back and forth with the trash talk and all that. Whittington's one of those guys that gets in the mix for sure. And they're going to need him. They need guys that can stuff the run or at least clog up enough space to allow the linebackers to come up and make some plays. And you hope the linebackers are a much improved area, at least on paper. It seems to be that way. In this 4-down look, in this defense, they need guys that have the ability to take on not just blockers straight up, but pullers. And Whittington is one of those guys, not a massive guy at 6 foot, 275, but the amount of experience that he has, you hope that shines through.
You know, that's a name, you know, just talking with people that, you know, might not be directly on the staff, but have been going to practice or have, you know, had those conversations. He keeps coming up, and I think they really like him and what he's brought and how he's been able to, I guess, hold down the front there for the defense.
Yeah, he's a Philadelphia guy, so has that toughness to him. But he was a #1 defensive tackle in the state. It's a pretty good state for high school football coming out, and of course had the attention of Pitt. But he was that one of those prize guys because how hungry the fans were for defensive tackles and bigger bodies, and somebody that had a reputation of stuffing the run and had production and had multiple years at a Power 4 level. The fan base was starved for those players on the defensive line, and he is one of those guys that fans were fired up when he signed on the dotted line.
Okay, so let me ask this. I know it's listed edge, but I mean, we're saying defensive end, right? That's what Coach Orch said today in the press conference.
Yeah.
So defensive end, and what Roy Manning has done with that group. Coach Orch was asked about that depth there at defensive end.
I like that room. Coach Manning's done a great job of elevating the floor and raising the ceiling. I think those guys are battling just how the D tackle room are. They're making each other better. No one's how do I say this? The depth chart isn't even close to set. Like every day, those guys are attacking it.
That's a position that I would guess the top two right now are Winery and Jones on either end. Now, the depth chart isn't set, and we know how much those guys rotate in and out. Lenhart had a sack today. They whistled the play dead because he got to Calandria. You go back to Lenhart's, 2024 season. Last year had 2 sacks, only 2.5 tackles for loss. He had 3 sacks as a freshman. He was an honorable mention All-American. Can they get him back to that? I mean, they need him to be somebody who is going to be a difference maker.
I think it's a little bit the same conversation that we've had about Riley Van Poppel that we talked about last night. In conversations that I've had and a little bit that, you know, I've seen practice, I just think he's a lot more comfortable and confident kind of defense that maybe suits his skill set a little bit better.
Who's that now? Who you're talking about?
Cam Lenhart,
yeah. He is, and we said this too, with the maneuver back to the 4 down. They played some 4 down last year, but he is one of those specific players that is going to benefit from a 4 down as opposed to the 3 down. When we talk about, you had him lining up closer to the ball, lined up over guards and tackles, and now you have him lined up in tight ends where, you know, in obvious passing situations, that's where Cam Lenhart's got to be able to win. That's why I think he could flourish along with Winery. Those are 2 guys that can really flourish now in a 4 down when you get matched up with a tight end.
Coach Orch said he wanted to rotate 6 on the defensive line, right?
Yeah.
So I think, I think they feel pretty good about getting 6. At practice, they certainly rotate a lot of guys. I think for maybe certain position groups, maybe already settled, as we've talked about, maybe an older group and kind of knowing what you have in certain guys, so less of a battle, I guess. I mean, nothing's been solidified, but I feel like on defense, still trying to figure out what guys work well together in certain packages, running certain players in with different guys. I think, they know the rotation and the guys that they can count on. It's just a matter of kind of solidifying who's going to play with who and when.
When you talk about the depth chart in the edge room, these are the names that you think of. So we talked about Winery, Jones, and Lenhart. Those are, without argument, the top 3 defensive ends. Cade Petchock probably comes in right after that. You have Willis McGahee's an X factor. They got him. He was in the transfer portal for a little bit, came out of the transfer portal. He is one of those guys from the Miami area that Phil Simpson helped recruit and to bring here that has incredible amounts of potential. How much of that do they get out of him? David Hufkin, who's a massive body, 6'7", 310. I wonder if he stays in that defensive end room, or do they maybe utilize him to bounce him inside a little bit just because of his size? Who are some of those names that outside of the top 3 that make a name in camp?
Look, and they've got to execute. I mean, you got to get to the quarterback. You got to cause disruption. Bottom line. I mean, and they know that.
The last year, the numbers for total sacks, 22 sacks last year. That was 98th in the country. That just can't get it done. They had 14 of those sacks in Big Ten play, so that was 10th in conference play. Winery's got to be, I mean, last year, so he was a 2.5 sack guy. You need him at like 6.
Yeah.
6.5.
Yeah.
That's where he needs. That's you're paying a lot of money for a guy like that. You need Winery to be a difference maker. You need Anthony Jones to be a difference maker. Anthony Jones only has 3.5 sacks in his career. I think the expectation bringing him in here in this defense at this point in his career that he should have more than 3.5 sacks this season.
Williams Winery was a name you called a lot. I remember that at the beginning of the season. He just kind of
got the scoop and score touchdown.
But he just kind of got a little quiet.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. There could be schematic reasons as to why that happened. There could be things that are going on with the player that we don't know about, injuries, other things off the field.
It got quiet overall. You just
rough.
said it. The sack numbers were just not there as much.
It was rough. And part of it, too, is a lot of teams didn't have to drop to throw a whole lot either because they were running it right down their throats between the tackles. So that limited how much teams really had to do in the passing game. There weren't a whole lot of 3rd and longs in conference play late in the year.
All right, last clip we want to play for you from the defensive coordinator. I think it's been documented the previous relationship with Andrew Marshall. Andrew Marshall is one of the guys on defense, and he was asked about just being reunited with Andrew Marshall.
The biggest improvement with Andrew Marshall, he's always been able to run. He's always had good instincts on the field. Technically, he's playing much higher level. Coach Addison's done, or Coach Addy's done a great job, and his body's really developed under Corey. I think he did 225 for 15 reps the other week, and that wasn't him when we recruited him out of Roosevelt High School out of the IE. And so his physical growth here, you really see the benefits of what this program can do for a player like that. But being back with Marsh, man, that's like saying a family member. I love Marsh. Good to see him again, and good to see where he's at in life.
And we talked to Addison Williams yesterday about Andrew Marshall and his potential. I mean, he's turning into potentially a Sunday guy and an NFL player. He's going to be a leader and wouldn't be shocked if he is a single-digit guy. But they are counting on him to be the hope is a first-team all-conference type of player, and he played to an incredibly high level. You think of this pass defense last year. Again, a lot of teams didn't have to throw a whole lot, but it was one of the best in the country in the meat of the season. I mean, they were a top 10 pass defense.
We didn't have this clip, but another player that his name came up again, and we're hearing a lot about. He said JJ, which is Jeremiah Charles. Was asked about maybe a guy that's flashing here in fall camp, and he's been a name that's been around, but finally kind of getting some consistent reps with the ones, and he's fighting for that spot opposite of Andrew Marshall.
Yeah, and it's not a guarantee that he's going to win that job either. I think right now maybe he has the leg up as the opposite corner, but Victor Evans, who's played a couple years with Division I football at Florida International, Danny Odom, as he gets more comfortable through fall camp, that's going to continue to be a trio that we're going to talk about until September 5th. All of those guys are going to rotate in at that opposite corner. Again, with the 5-for-5, Danny Odom can play as much as they want him to play at this point.
Yeah, and you'll hear Tyler Yelk coming up here, but he also mentioned that, look, we got to get our best players on the field no matter where that is.
That was Coach Rule drove him up a wall last year. Is why are our best 11 not on the field because of certain packages? No, we need to have our best players on the field all the time. It's up to the coaches to figure out how to do that. And that's going to be an adjustment this year and the edict for defense coordinator Rob Orich is no matter what the situation, I want our best players on the field no matter what.
402-413-2400 is the number if you want to text in or call into the show here tonight on our Sports Nightly hotline, which is brought to you by Woodhouse. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, coming up next, we're going to hear from the safeties coach, Tyler Yelk, here on Sports Nightly. Keep it here.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair, and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
See Shelter Agent Rhonda Miller in Alliance, Stephanie Culver in Holdridge, or Jonna Austin in Fairbury today.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store. And the read has changed. Thanks for the heads up.
We actually wanted to see you see the reaction.
Okay, the Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. It's not mower season anymore.
No, it is not. So we
like
had
I
a discussion.
didn't even because that's one I had memorized, so I don't really even read it.
You
So I
had
was
to
just looking
re-memorize it.
down, and then I was like, "Wait, that's not what I'm reading right now." So
we wanted
shout out
this
Akrs.
we wanted this exact moment. We're going to be honest with you.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
We wanted to see.
You know
it
what?
happen.
I expect that from you, but the interns, after all I've done
You know
for them,
what? I resent that.
I'm getting them polos, or I have
Actually, it was Camden, the full-time guy. So Camden's the one who stabbed you in the back.
You know?
But you got through it. They got a double dip. They got the old read and they got the new
And
one.
the new read. Listen, you still need a mower? You can still go to Akrs.
Exactly.
Anyways, okay. Back to media availability today. The safeties coach Tyler Yelk also was made available today to the press. So going to start, he was asked about Rex Guthrie and how he's doing after missing spring ball.
Really well. Rex is one of those guys, everybody learns differently, right? But Rex can really take it from the whiteboard and from the classroom and get it applied. So he didn't miss a lot, by being off the field. Obviously, there's an edge and things happen fast, but he got caught up very quickly and is in a really good spot.
That's another one of those safeties that played a lot last year. Probably learned a whole lot last year from the good times and the mistakes that were there. And there were a lot of mistakes on the defensive side, but you wonder how much he takes from those past experiences last season. And another year, again, didn't get a chance to play in spring ball, so a little bit behind heading into fall camp, but he has gotten a lot of reps here in training camp, and the staff really likes him.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Addison Williams about him last year when Addison was his position coach, and they just really loved him and his potential. And so, he's seems to be having a good fall camp and is certainly in the mix there. And again, I just think they're going to play a lot of guys, and I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to get his number called.
They are going to rotate multiple, probably, I mean, you look at it, at the safety position right now, you have Dwayne McDougal, Jameer Khan, we'll hear about in just a little bit, Rex Guthrie, Caleb Benning. Remember, they still have Justin Rhett, who they played a lot last year, Justin Shiggs, who they got out of the transfer portal. Now, some of those guys could play nickel, too, and you could see them float back and forth between the nickel, a corner, and the safety, but there's a lot of options in their position room.
Caleb Benning has had a few good days of practice too.
Sure has. I mean, he's been out there with the ones, and we saw what he did in the bowl game. He had 13 or so tackles against Utah. He is not shy of any physical play, and that's what you need out of your safety in any defense, and takes after his old man, I guess.
I don't think Damon
He
to
didn't
hit
like
that
contact?
hard. No.
Well,
but
he didn't like
there's
it in Maryland.
I saw a report out there that he was definitely not with he's definitely been with the ones. He's getting some reps, some opportunities to be a starter back there.
Reports or watching practice?
Well, I'm saying some people that think to have inside knowledge certainly don't when it comes to Caleb Benning.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say. Is all I'll say.
He's done really well, and Caleb, he's going to have every opportunity to get his chance to be one of those guys at the safety spot. A lot of people thought maybe this could be those two positions could be a shoo-in. You just brought one of them in the transfer portal from San Diego State, and Dwayne McDougal. There's a lot of competition there. Now the reality is we could talk more all about who are the ones, who's starting, but like we said, there's going to be it's going to be fluid.
Yes,
I think back there.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess on that note, Coach Yelk was asked how many safeties does he want to play?
It varies with each group, and I'm still feeling I don't have a direct answer, and even Coach Rule talked about that this morning, like who our starters are, things like that, and we appreciate competition, but we have a group of guys and a collective group that can really play, and so whether it's a deal that we platoon it a little bit and hey, 12 personnel, these guys are going to be our starters, the other guys are the backup, 11 personnel, this is our so we can mix and match that a little bit, which I like. It creates a little more chaos on game day. I have to be a little bit more organized with the substitutions and things like that, but that's no problem. We'll get that taken care of.
Yeah, and part of it has to do with, okay, what's the personnel on the other side? How many backs, how many tight ends on the other side? And that can indicate, okay, if this many tight ends are in, we want this specific skill set on the field. So we get so wrapped up in who's the starter, but a lot of it can be just decided on what that first personnel grouping is on the other side. And I think nickel, too, when you talk about the secondary and some of the guys that are under Tyler Yellick's purview, Donovan Jones, what the expectation is for him, I think, is incredibly high for Donovan Jones. Braylon Prude is another name that you'll hear more of as we go. Bly Hill, who's one of those players. I remember talking with Damon, I don't know when it was, sometime after the bowl game, and you forgot Bly Hill was on the roster because he got hurt so early.
Oh, he was penciled in to start, and he had an incredible spring and then just couldn't get healthy, So glad to see him back. And he's just one of those long, lengthy guys. He just kind of looks the part.
And Mario Buford, who was not really a part of things last year, he has a chance to fight for a job too. So there's a lot of names that are there that's what makes camp so fascinating for these coaches, especially when they're in their first years. They got to figure out what they have.
All right, so how about the impact of Jameer Khan and Donovan Jones? Coach Yellick was asked about those two guys specifically.
I mean, those guys just work hard. I mean, Jameer, I've had to pull the reins on a little bit, like, hey, we can't be overtraining. But whatever you give those guys, they're always having follow-up questions. There's always asking for more. Both those guys are just really great athletes. And, we've mixed and matched positions there a little bit. And I think there was a little bit of hesitation early on, but then I think they kind of see the vision for it now. And, I appreciate the room as a whole, not just those two guys aligning themselves with where we're trying to put them.
And Donovan Jones is a bigger nickel corner. You look at 6'1", over 200 pounds, was recruited to Nebraska as a safety. So the thought was he could come here as a safety and played a lot of corner. He was opposite Andrew Marshall a lot last year. And it really put in some tough situations. You think of a game against USC with all the talent they had in their wide receiving room, and he was a big part of, they were able to shut down some really big targets, Mekhi Lemon, Jacoby Lane, some of the best receivers in the Big Ten. And then Jameer Khan, like we said yesterday, he could be a single-digit player. From a leadership standpoint, he is A++, and he has grown tremendously in what he's done in his offseason work in the strength program, to be and what people would think is a consensus starter as at one of those safety spots. I don't know if we knew once the bowl game was done that he would be one of those guys that would be a consensus starter.
Yeah, I mean, just think about the impact that he had on special teams last year, but as soon as Coach Orich got here, Jameer Khan was a name that he immediately referred to as kind of flashing during those bowl practices. And so, and that goes a long way for a confidence of a guy. And now you can just hear it the way he talks about, his role. And, when you chatted with him, he just, you could tell he's really, really excited. And sometimes guys just need that. It's that little bit of, hey, that guy can play, and, he'll take off.
Yeah, he didn't have spring last year. Mm-hmm. He was out last spring. So this is the first time since coming over from Southern Illinois that he had a full spring, a full off season, and a full fall camp. I mean, that makes a world of difference. And understanding what the resources you have here at Nebraska, he is one of those players that does not take what he has here for granted.
No.
In terms of the resources. You hear that a lot with Coach Rule. Players that come from lower D1 FCS that understand you have the world at your fingertips here to be the best player you possibly can be, and he has taken advantage of it.
Enhance your grilling game with a Nebraska-made grill from M Grills. Wood pellet and charcoal grills made to last with Nebraska values. Check them out at mgrills.com. All right, got to get to a break. More of the show coming up after this.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of, and Blue believes in you.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding.
Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again.
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit, must finance with dealer, must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So I saw a graphic today, and I was trying to find it, but it was put out by the Big Ten, and Jake Butts, who's a Big Ten analyst, had rated some of his best throughout training camp. Here it is. His 2026 superlatives, summer superlatives. And the best football facility he has, Nebraska. Not surprising.
I did see that. Yeah. That I still haven't tried out the whirlpools they have in there. Maybe one of these days I can get a cold plunge going.
Well, again, we're doing some of this NIL stuff and some of the podcasts, which will be dropping soon. But a couple of these requirements that we have players coming in and doing some stuff with us, and two of them coming in at once, which Damon Benning's now going to start doing. So he had his first one today with Ja'Cory Barney and Isaiah Hunter, so I'm sure that will be off the chain. But I had TJ Lateef and Donovan Jones yesterday, and they were just talking about I asked them what their favorite part of the facility is, and it was not the training table. It was the recovery room and all the different things, and there's multiple things that you can do, whatever your body may need.
I have walked past it. I have seen it. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to go in it, but it seems
a little
like
delayed.
Oh, the bell? There it is. Ding. Thank you, Emery.
We got it though.
We're working Emery out on the board. Huh. I like it. But there is so much. The ping pong table, there's a basketball hoop down there. I think Coach Rule's Well, one, he's got a little bit of game for basketball. I've seen videos of him playing one-on-one on that hoop in the facility, but they also got the ping pong table there. So I think that's the next question we should ask some of these guys is, who is the number one ping pong player? Because I would venture to guess that they have had some pretty animated tournaments.
So they were shooting on the goal one time and we were walking in. It was in the spring and I was with Damon and I don't know, he can tell the story. But I had a bubbler in one hand and they passed Damon the ball to shoot. And I said, he's not the one from the Huskers Radio Network you want shooting baskets around here. And so then they passed it to me and I was like, oh, I better put the money where my mouth is. So I one-handed, because I had a bubbler in one hand, I did. I shot it, and I drilled it, then walked off.
That's it. That's a walk-off. That's a drop the mic.
It's like, that's it. I'm not shooting again.
It is wonderful to see Damon Benning in his element out there.
I know he seems to be having fun, but I've seen him way more now.
I know. That's what I was saying yesterday. We see him more than we did before.
Like multiple times a day. I mean, he's up in the offices today. I mean, it's like...
we got to help him though with his Apple technology, because that's a big hurdle for him. This is an Android guy walking into an Apple world.
Bartman just texted in, is Damon Benning still doing play-by-play with his new role? He is not doing play-by-play. That's Kyle's job.
No,
Kyle would not
play-by-play guy.
Allow anybody else to do
That's
play-by-play.
why it's been so bad over the last year.
But no, we are currently working through that, Bartman, and we will pass along that information as soon as we are ready for that.
I'm glad I've left an impact on Bartman.
Do we have a call ready? Okay.
Not yet. Duke,
are you so excited? We have a phone call.
We finally got Duke doing something over there. No, they hung up.
Oh, darn. Duke.
Did they hang
You're
up?
fired, Duke.
Did they hang up? They're still on there.
Oh, okay.
Probably a prank caller. You ever watch the show Crank Yankers?
No.
Back in the day? Just like puppets. It's on Comedy Central. They were it was prank phone call skits back in the day. Crank Yankers is on Comedy Central. It was like on before or after South Park. I think a lot of our audience would enjoy Crank Yankers.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Ready?
Jerky Boys. We got a call.
We do have a call. Debbie from Grand Island. How's it going, Debbie?
Hey, guys. It's so good to be back. Oh, my gosh. I just got back from the Burwell Rodeo with a sore throat and yelled at everything that was happening over there. It was crazy. I'm coming out of that cold right now, so I sound a little husky. That's what's happening. You guys are so good. I enjoy this so much. And never did I think I was going to be listening to a woman announcer, but you're so on top of everything there, girl. So, yeah, I'm calling from Grand Island. Just can't wait until 4 weeks yet before the game. Oh, my gosh.
25 days.
Yeah. What are we going to do? We have the Nebraska State Fair in the meantime. From 28th was my birthday. It'll be 70 years that I've attended the Nebraska State Fair from Custer County, USA.
Debbie, what's your favorite food at the State Fair?
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, unfortunately, I'll have to do an advertisement here. I did work for Cactus Jack, so anything they create is marvelous. I like the macaroni and cheese and nothing real hot, so I don't even use the sharp cheddar. I just want regular macaroni
What
and
about
cheese.
like fried? Because fried desserts is a huge part of the State Fair. When I go to a State Fair, I think of I'm frying everything.
Well, I really never tried any of that. I mean, fried Snicker bar sounds great smothered in ice cream, you know?
Yeah.
The one place I'd like to always go to is that one that's right across from the Pinnacle Bank Arena there. It's got like strudel type little noodles. And again, macaroni and cheese is on top of it there. Fried
I love
foods,
a good
I do
strudel
like
noodle.
Yes, that's
noodle.
wonderful.
That sounds pretty catchy.
Yeah. And the other thing is, of course, everybody has to have those fried waffle cakes or whatever, funnel cakes they call them.
Funnel cakes,
you know, and they have them everywhere. And then you could put anything like powdered sugar or fruit toppings, or that's always good. And you realize I am a little old to do some of this stuff. My stomach wouldn't quite take it.
Nobody's too old for a good funnel cake.
We don't talk about age. No. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, no, I'm so glad to have you guys back. It's
Thanks,
so
Debbie.
healthy for me. It is really great. So you guys keep on keeping on. I can't wait to get to a game. I hear you're selling single ticket things.
Yes.
So I might even get a crash a game one of these days soon. So, but the State Fair does start on my birthday, the 28th, which is Friday. So when is our first game? What date is that?
September 5th. For football.
Okay, so is that's what I'm asking. So
Okay.
is that Labor Day weekend then? Is that the weekend? Or?
That would be. It might be Labor Day weekend. Might be the weekend before. I could be wrong. I think it is Labor Day weekend. I believe it is.
I think it is too. I think it is too. Because the fair goes all the way, usually through Labor Day, and 28th. I don't know if it's ever started on my birthday before, but that's a Friday night. So, yes, and Home Free. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you've heard of that band. It's an a cappella group, but they're actually coming to Grand Island now. I've seen them in Kearney, and anyway, one of their band members went to college with my son, so he's broken away. He tried to do American Idol one day, Austin Matthew Brown. So he's out on his own right now, just recuperating from a recent car accident. So everything's popping here. Great. If it wasn't that summer cold, I'd probably be out there. I mowed the lawn today, actually, before it's going to, there's a big storm coming into Grand Island right now. It's over in Keith County right now. So you guys bucker down there too.
We will. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much. It's great to hear from you. And I know you're a frequent caller to Big Red Reaction too. So we will look forward to hearing from you much more here coming up in 3 weeks. But happy early birthday. Thank you for calling in.
Well, let's be positive. Let's keep positive. That's the only way we're going to make it through.
Gotta stay positive.
God bless you guys.
Negative. All right. Thank you, Debbie.
Thanks, Debbie.
Happy early birthday. How about that? Funnel cakes. We got a band recommendation.
You need to go out to the Nebraska State Fair. I actually have not been out there either.
Is it in Grand Island?
Yes. It used to be here, but they moved it. But I've actually not been out to the state fair either.
A state fair sounds like
I grew up going to the
time.
state fair. I showed sheep. So I kind of am a little state faired out in my life, but.
Well, I'm so used to seeing it on TV with the Oklahoma-Texas football game.
Yes. Yeah.
The state fair they have there. I mean,
I did that for a while too.
It's a good time. That's a really good time.
I don't know.
State fair
it was one of my least favorite games, to be honest with you.
Well, it's just so much nonsense around
it was. Yeah. It was a nightmare to get down and out, and we were doing a pregame show, and it was the traffic's terrible, and you got people going to the fair. It was
Text in your craziest fried food from a state fair you've ever had. How about that? How about that for a topic?
There you go. All right,
like
good stuff. All right, got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is right around the corner. We need you in the Sea of Red this fall. Be in Memorial Stadium for the home opener on Saturday, September 5th, as the Huskers take on Ohio. Tickets start at just $50 and are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football versus Ohio tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. We've got the Big Ten Network at Washington right now. We've got mullets going on.
A little mullet action, matching the mullet that the guy has.
Luke Sorensen has a brand new mohawk that he was sporting during Fan Day.
I didn't see that.
So
I only see him with his helmet on. So We had a good conversation today. We'll play at some point with Eric Ingerson.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. I mean, that's...
Well, people want to say that other players make you look small. That guy made you look small today.
It's pretty comical. I mean, that guy's 6'7",
He makes a lot of people look...
He's 6'7".
He makes a lot of people look small, though. He even makes some linemen look small.
He'll be an inline blocker this year. He'll play, but he's massive. Massive human being.
We do have some answers to your fried food at the fair question that you posed. Children of the Corn said fried grasshoppers.
Okay. They do. They've sold those at Seattle Mariner games for years, grasshoppers.
We have. Is it sweet or
I think
it's savory?
It's kind of salty,
okay.
Savory.
We have fried Twinkie from Barrett News. And then Hannah Marie said brownie batter fried Snickers.
Oh my
and she said it was so good.
Every part of that sound, it just got even better as you just kept going. Brownie batter Snickers.
And then Mike texted it and said fried Snickers. So, and then Shane said Kyle doesn't like sweets, does he? He does not, but he likes to live vicariously through people talking about their sweets. And then he also likes to smell them. He likes to watch people binging on TikTok. Mm-hmm. So he loves to talk about it. He just doesn't
They're called
eat
mukbangs. They have a full tray of like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, like 10 different slices, and people will just eat it and like dunk it in milk. And they're all those people are like skinny. So that might be the only thing they ever eat. I've seen them with crumble cookies. Have you had crumble cookies before?
Yep.
They do it with those too. I have not actually. I've never had a crumble cookie. That was a huge fad for a while.
Yeah.
What's
Bartman says fried chicken, and we got fried Oreos. Fried Oreos are solid.
What's the nighttime cookie place that you can get? Insomnia cookies. Have you done that before?
Yeah, I think so. Usually, there's been a lot of cookies that have been brought up here that I don't.
Your mom's cookies, though.
I do not discriminate against cookies other than oatmeal raisin cookies.
That's right. Well, this was full circle. That's an old time debate.
Yes.
That you guys have had.
Yeah.
I love a good cookie. I do. But at this point, I like sniffing cookies. By the way, Camden Cohn had a Jif peanut butter cookie today, which was a protein cookie, apparently.
Oh.
Have you had those protein cookies that have like 16 grams of protein in them? Like the Larry and Larry's cookies? Those, he had Jif's version of that cookie. It's like 8 grams of protein, which the others are like 16.
So it's solid amount of protein.
Yeah, I mean.
What do you shoot for in your protein pack meals? How many grams? Because again, you're part of that. According to Vince Lindenmeyer, you're part of that lean mass that this team put on.
I saw Vince today too.
He's here. He's here for a while. They're actually gonna stay here during football season.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yep.
They have like a house here. Or?
Airbnb. Yep.
Very cool. I would say, I mean, any meal you want 35 to 50 grams of protein.
It's one thing I probably don't.
I mean, some of those training table meals, I'm probably at like 100 grams. Because this is you black out. I can't tell you.
Nicely done.
What did he do?
He dinged.
Oh,
the training table.
I didn't hear it. I don't know why I didn't hear it. Maybe because I'm deaf. I black out at those. I can't. Not having the training table for another 2 weeks is.
I know. We finally got Camden full time.
Now I hear it.
We finally got Camden full time, and he can't eat at the training table.
Unbelievable. Terrible time.
It's the only reason why he took the job is to go to the training table with us.
Jason, I'll come back when it's open.
All right. Well, we did have one more. How about a corn dog from
that's a staple.
Deb.
That's a staple.
In Grand Island. All right. That's going to do it for hour number 1. Hour number 2 is Sports Nightly. Coming up next, keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
At Woodhouse Hyundai, triple your down payment in a new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Lease yours for just $178 per month. Put $2,000 down and we'll add another $4,000 on us. Plus, rest assured with Hyundai Owner's Assurance, America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit WoodhouseHyundai.com or WoodhousePlaceHyundai.com today. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with approved credit, tax, title, license extra. First payment $299 doc fee and $650 acquisition fee due at signing. Stock number H260962. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Good evening. I'm Emery Evans, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Nebraska defensive back Donovan Jones has been named to the 2026 All-State Werfel Trophy Watch List. This award honors FBS players who lead through community service. Jones volunteers at several kitchens and schools around Lincoln and Omaha and already earned the Sam Foltz 27 Hero Leadership Award this year. The 2026 recipient will be announced live on the Home Depot College Football Awards Show on December 11th. Husker graduate Asher Cohen has earned a spot on the U.S. national team following a dominant performance at the Xfinity U.S. National Championships in Phoenix. It's Cohen's first time making the national team, and he was also named USA Gymnast Sportsman of the Year. The Minnesota Vikings have named Kyler Murray their starting quarterback for the 2026 season. Head coach Kevin O'Connell made the call earlier today, ending an off-season-long competition with J.J. McCarthy. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
4 on the shot clock, in the paint, shot on the way, no good. Rebound Nebraska, Huskers have it, 9 seconds left to go. What across the timelines, Price to Traeger, layup, yes, it's good. 2.2.
Well, Eckley is inside his own 15. Barney at the Husker 30. Snap back to Eckley. It's blocked. Con blocked it. It's picked up. Connor Nelson. Touchdown Huskers. They came right at it. Nelson picked it up. 13-0 Scarlet and the cream.
There's Laney. Here come Huskers. Quick attack. Manio Beachy. She's putting on a clinic. It's Monaya Obeche, Friday night at the Devaney, 23-14.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. Hour 2 Sports Nightly. We've got John Baylor coming up here in just a few minutes. So we'll talk some Husker volleyball as red-white scrimmage coming up on Saturday. Our first official Huskers Radio Network game broadcast of the year.
I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go. Josh Hilkeman, Camden Cohn have been doing the work behind the scenes to make sure that this will go off without a hitch. Lauren Cook West back in the fold. Excited. And at Pinnacle Bank Arena. So 15,000 plus Husker fans on Sunday to watch an inter-squad scrimmage. It's different here.
All right, so we'll preview that here coming up in just a few minutes. I did want to get to this because some pretty fun news coming out. Mitch Sherman had reported this, and we'll have more information coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Again, Troy Dannon going to be here for his August show, but we've made the announcement here and talked a lot about it here on Sports Nightly about Nebraska adding women's flag football. And, I mean, you want to talk about assembling a roster and some of the best in high school flag football. The Sauer sisters, Liz Sauers, they have assembled quite the roster. And so originally the season was supposed to start in the spring of 2028. And was going to be the inaugural season. But I do think they're going to try to put something together and actually play a season coming up this spring. So we are a few months away from that. August, September, October, November, December, 5, 6, 7 months away from that.
That's a pretty stark change, right? 6-7. 16 game schedule, according to Mitch, in the first season. He had talked to Liz Sauers today. I actually walked past that interview on my way down to practice. So a 16 game schedule in the first season most likely will begin on the road in January. Home games will be played at Hibner, which we did know that. The NCAA is expecting to sponsor a postseason, though, for flag football, not until 2028. That's when a lot more Division I programs start. There's a few others that will start in this coming spring, along with Nebraska.
But so with the 5-5 now implemented, the more that you can take advantage of trying to give these players another season, and you've got enough teams that want to be a part of it, and it might not be an official NCAA sanctioned sport up until that 2028 season in terms of winning a national title that is, I guess acknowledged by the NCAA. But this is a program that's going to compete for national titles. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's the elite of the elite, right? This is the first Power 4 program that has taken that leap for flag football on the women's side. So they have had a jump start on a lot of different programs. I would guess here in the coming months that you're probably going to see other Power 4 schools.
Yes.
Troy has said that a lot of schools have reached out to him in Power 4 leagues about Nebraska's announcement.
Listen, it's one of the fastest growing sports, and we are supposed to have Liz on coming up here soon. Hopefully now with that kind of coming out that we'll be able to chat with her about that. And now players are going to be on campus, because that's the thing is, with all the things that are changing in college athletics, the one thing that remains is Title IX and those scholarship opportunities. And so you still have to make sure that is equal opportunities for both men and women's athletes. And so this is one of those, those sports that a lot of teams, a lot of programs are looking to add to make sure that they are in compliance with Title IX. But Nebraska being on the forefront of that, getting arguably the two best coaches in the game right now, and then being able to recruit some of these players. They've brought a few of them through here on visits. And so, look, they're ahead of the game, but it sounds like the Big 12 has been exploring the addition of flag football for that 2028 season. So even though things are changing, and I know we talk about, programs making money and all of that, you still have to be in compliance with Title IX and those, with football still having a very, very large roster, you've got to be able to again, provide the same amount of scholarship opportunities.
I have seen a lot of flag football on ESPN over the summer. The NFL has done a really good job, and we had representative from the NFL on not too long ago talking about it, but they have invested heavy in flag football. And you see that, I think the championships were on ABC, female and male flag football championships. We had Troy Vincent Sr. on, who's the number 2 at the NFL, one of Troy's shows, talking about how much investment has gone into it. And that's part of what has led to so much momentum at the youth level. It's because the NFL's gotten behind it in some of the leagues.
Ava Miles, the women's basketball, one of the freshmen, she played flag football in high school and was really good. So
we used to play flag football in gym class a lot.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That was because we can't, tackle people to the ground in gym class as much as you'd want to hit some people in high school. But we played a lot of flag football.
Just recently, there was another quarterback that went viral. She was all over my social media for
I did see that.
A week or so there. She was I can't remember her name, but she and Nebraska has offered her. I don't believe she's committed yet. I think she's younger, but I've had a couple people that have, cover the high school scene that have said that some of these recruits that Nebraska is getting are really, really legit and fun to watch. And so I can't wait. And again, they're going to be here on campus here to start this semester. And so we're hoping to get a few of them on the show as well. But I mean, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited that it's going to start a little earlier.
Well, now is the time that we can announce you are the new play-by-play announcer for
are you
Husker
offering me
flag
the
football.
job live on the air?
You have put in your resume, and it was unanimous. CSD
He's disappointed over there. Look, he's crying.
He was up for the job. He's actually going to be the color commentator, and Duke's going to be on the sidelines.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
How about that?
But so yeah, we'll have more information of that coming here in the next week or so. But did want to go ahead because it was out there, and didn't want to miss it because I'm really pumped. I was pumped when they told me about it, but I had to keep a secret, and so now that it's out,
nobody
we can
told
talk
me
about
it.
Oh. You would have found out eventually.
Well, I did. Mitch Sherman, thank you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to a break because we've got John Baylor. So we got to talk some Husker volleyball.
Hammer the grammar.
Your now favorite segment of the week, Trivia Tuesday.
Oh, you bet it is. It depends on how this goes, though. If it goes back to the way it's usually gone, then he's back in the dump, CSD, and his segment can go with him.
We'll see. All that coming up here and still until 8 o'clock. So we got lots to get to here over the next hour. The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. All right, John Baylor up next here on Sports Nightly.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, single game tickets for Nebraska soccer are on sale now. Head to Barbara Hibner Stadium this fall to catch big matchups against Notre Dame, Alabama, USC, UCLA, and more. Want to catch every match? Season tickets are still available and start at $98. Get your tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding.
Whoa, that was awesome, Air. Let's go again.
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
At Woodhouse Cadillac, you can receive up to $5,000 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Sport. Browse this offer and other current offers on the Cadillac lineup at our brand new state-of-the-art dealership located at 180th and Dodge. Visit woodhousecadillac.com today. With proof credit, must finance with dealer. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Subject to current rebates. Offer applies to select stock numbers and available inventory. Stock number KK260261. Courtesy transportation vehicle with 4,285 miles. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. I'm Jessica Coody, and we've been teasing this segment for a week now since I locked him in to come into the studio. John Baylor. Always great to see you. We miss you when it's not volleyball season.
You can always have it. It's never a downtime with volleyball.
No.
Around these parts, hey, middle of May, let's talk volleyball.
Well,
late February volleyball.
It's here, another season.
Yes.
Can you believe it? Red-white scrimmage coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, I can, but it's bigger than it's ever been. The demand for tickets, the interest in the program just continues to grow, and that truly is unbelievable. Given
when this all started, at least for me, back in 1994, we were on a single radio station, 1,000 watt AM, 1400 KLIN in Lincoln, and at night, the signal would only extend to the perimeter of the city of Lincoln. Well, Allison Weston, our National Player of the Year, was from Papillion. So for road games, her parents would drive to the Waverly exit on I-80 and leave the car running in the gas station parking lot and listen to the road matches. That was the only way they could hear them. So that's the growth of the radio product, but also the growth of the program is just remarkable.
Well, yeah, and Red White Scrimmage and Pinnacle Bank Arena, how about that?
Exciting.
Yeah?
So Devaney not quite ready.
Guess not. Have you been in there yet?
I have. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what do you think?
A lot of guys in hard hats. Very cool photos. There's a photo in there with the current team huddling right before a game, and it says sold out since 2001. So they've really made some great choices to accentuate the wall space.
Well, I guess the preseason poll came out yesterday. Not that any of that matters, but we were saying maybe the least surprising thing ever, that Nebraska's #1.
I'd say so, just because all the key contributors are back. And, not all the starters are back, but all the key contributors are back. And Trey Sigler is going to take over probably at the second outside. We're not sure yet, but that's a nice upgrade. So, yeah, they were missing 2 players due to injury back on that dreary Sunday afternoon in December against A&M, and their starting setter, Bergen Riley, was very ill.
Yes.
And still almost won that match. So, yeah, I can see.
It just goes to show you, I mean, you arguably one of the best teams in college volleyball history, and they just came up. It's hard to win a national title.
Well, in 2000 and 2015, we surprised the volleyball world by winning it. And then in 2007 and 2016 and last year, it was a bit of a surprise we didn't. So the wonderful thing about this sport, among many, is they really decided on the floor. There's no clock. You can always come back. And it's really, really difficult to win a title. There's 344 teams in Division I, and only one stands at the top, when they play the anthem at the end. That's a little Olympic metaphor for you, but it's tough to climb that staircase.
So we've heard Danny Busman Kelly say this team's arguably talented than last year.
More talented than last year.
Would you agree?
Is that what the head coach said?
Yes.
Boy, we do a poor job around here of managing expectations. You know what I mean?
It's what it is, though, right, with this program.
I frankly have always been impressed by how they welcome and embrace those expectations. There was a year when the Final Four was in Omaha, I think it was 2015 again, and the team every huddle would break out of the huddle with, rather than team or Huskers, like Omaha. I'm like, they sounded like Peyton Manning. I mean, but they were constantly inviting this understanding of this expectation. And of course, especially this year, that is the expectation. And I think at the second outside, she's right. We lose Becca Alex. She's one of the best blockers in the country, one of the best blockers in the history of the program. Now, Manayo Beche's really nice replacement, and everyone says Kenna Cogill has improved more than any other Husker. And Keani Williams, already as a blocker, is being compared with Manayo Beche as an offensive player, as a hitter, especially behind the setter. She's got a ways to go. Anyway, middle looks pretty strong, but for her to say they already look better than last year, that's a high bar.
When do you remember it becoming this way, that it's like national title every year?
Probably around 06, 07. You see, even then, you know what? I want to amend that. I'd say 14, 15, around 15. Yeah. Because prior to that, Nebraska was not getting the top volleyball recruits. They'd go to Texas, they'd go to Penn State, or they'd go to Stanford. I mean, there was an understanding 25 plus years ago that Stanford would select who they wanted and everyone else would go for the rest, unless they were really a student that Stanford couldn't admit. I mean, that was just kind of the understanding. And Stanford always pick first, and then you wouldn't even find out who they were because the admissions office there had to accept them, and that wasn't official till the fall of their senior year, way after everyone else had verbally committed and even signed. So that's where things were. And unless they were from Papillion or Iowa, if they were a top recruit, they often were to go elsewhere. And that changed, in my opinion, at the 2015 Final Four. It was in Omaha. And the narrative about Husker volleyball prior to that, for the most part, among the most talented elite recruits, was at Nebraska, you're going to train really well. You're going to win a lot of matches. You're going to be a celebrity. But it's not going to be all that much fun. And you'll go get to play pro, maybe on the Olympic team. But in the meantime, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And then the ESPN cameras were in the locker room before that match, and the team's having fun before the match. And then the cameras of the court itself and of the CHI arena, showed 15,000+ red-clad fans going crazy. Huskers sweep Texas, and then the head coach is dancing with the players afterwards. That narrative ended that day, and the #1 recruiting classes started soon thereafter. But before that, we would often have conversations about how does Nebraska need to kind of assemble their elite talent so that they'll have a shot at a title every third year or maybe every other year? Because to have enough talent to go for it every single year is certainly decades ago is pretty much something only Stanford could consider doing.
Wow, that's fascinating. Well, okay, so going back to last year, Kyle and I were joking, like one of the big storylines was who the starting libero was going to be, replacing Lexi Rodriguez. What position group are you kind of eyeing in on going into this first red-white scrimmage that you're kind of keying in on?
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's libero and opposite. I mean, it was all last year, and we started out this year. So I'd watch there. I've got a little bit of a favorite for what it's worth. I mean, I think Skylar Pierce could help out on the right side if Virginia Adriano and Ryan Hunter struggle a little bit over there. Also, Jaden Robinson, the true freshman, is in the mix over there. But, Skylar has paid her dues. Sure, she's right-handed. You wish she were left-handed, play opposite. Sure, there are two different approaches, one as an opposite, one as a right side, and she's playing both positions. But, the players love to play with her. She can leap out of the gym. She's got a big arm. I haven't seen her much play over there, but I'd love to see her have a chance. But so that's 4 players at most over there looking to play in that one position. And the only lefty is Ryan Hunter. So she has, I think, sort of genetically a bit of an advantage. And then here we go again, Lainey Choboy and Olivia Mauk. And you think, okay, well, let Olivia receive serve. She's a slightly better passer. And let Lainey be the libero when we're serving because she's a slightly more dynamic, athletic digger. But then the other one can't come in as a DS. So you have to choose one. And that's probably going to be a season-long dilemma for the head coach.
Okay, so then setter. I mean, there's position groups that we have people coming back and we know what they are. But for Bergen Riley and all the accolades that she has achieved so far and going into the season, and could come back for a 5th year, by the way. We'll see about that. But when do you start having the conversation of her being one of the best setters in program history?
When she wins a title.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's one of the all-time greatest already. So if that's the question, is she the greatest? Is she the most decorated? Is she the most talented? Conference player of the year. But we've had a fair number of setters who've been conference players of the year. Now, we didn't play in the Big Ten in years past. But look, let's just enjoy the journey, not worry so much about legacy. But everyone knows what the goal is this year. And if you're concerned about how Bergen's will be remembered, really, Lexi Rodriguez never won a title. She's one of the greatest Huskers ever.
Yeah.
And everybody wants Bergen to win one.
How about just the balance of having Campbell Flynn back her up, and they love her, but what do you expect Danny Busby Kelly to do in terms of getting Campbell some playing time too?
I think there'll be situational opportunities. You bring her in for a double switch. She's a lefty. She can. You'll bring her in the back row, so that doesn't really matter all that much. But you bring in a big blocker up front, and then Campbell for those rotations to try to stop an outside will come in for a single rotation. But I think that's probably at the beginning of the season what's going to happen. But look, this is a supremely talented player who, in a prior era might have thought about a red shirt this year. Now she's going to be available, and we've got great depth, which is why it was just so tragic last year that the game that Bergen was unwell was the week that Campbell got injured. So the position where we have 2 of the best setters in the country, we didn't have anybody at full strength for the match of the year.
And then middle, you feel you kind of hit on this, but you feel pretty good about replacing Rebecca Alec with some of that young talent that's in that room?
Oh, Miss Rebecca, she was awesome. But Manayo Beche, you just can't take your eyes off her. Now, Andy Jackson is one of the greatest offensive middles ever in the sport at this level. can she block at an elite level? That's the issue. And so I know she's working really hard on it. She wants to become great at it. If you need a microscope to find a weakness in her game, but if she can become an elite blocker by November, she's had 3+ years, it's really going to be tough against Nebraska late in the season. But, we've had big matches by middles in December against us. And so just got to shore up that blocking.
Taria Sigler, you also mentioned her. What is it about her that you feel like she's going to have a breakout year this year?
Have you ever seen her interview? I'm sure you've interviewed.
Yes,
you interviewed
she's
everybody.
Fantastic.
Oh, the poise.
Yeah.
I mean, she's 19 going on 29. I mean, she is just remarkable. And she's on an absolute mission. I understand. Sure, Kenneth Cogill, everyone's identifying as the player who's perhaps improved the most. But I've heard great things about a lot of the players. But Taria Sigler, just from day one, does not want anymore to be a 3-rotation player. She wants to play all the way around. And she spent a year just focusing in back row. So now she's a reliable passer. And that's often the weakness of an outside hitter with a big arm, like a Torrey Stafford. You go after her at Texas and make her pass, tire her out. Well, I'm sure people are going to challenge Harper, and they're going to challenge Taria Sigler, but Harper, since sophomore year, has been 6 rotations. Taria was back row last year, and now the question is, can she terminate, not just against mid-level, but elite-level competition? I'd be stunned if she cannot. By the way, she and Kenneth Cogill, perhaps the most 2 improved Huskers since last year, played together in club for the Arizona Storm forever. So they're doing good things, and that's Lauren Stivrins' club. Let's just keep recruiting the Arizona Storm.
Hit that pipeline up. Keep hitting that pipeline. So I think a lot of people maybe had the narrative last year that maybe they weren't challenged enough in the Big Ten. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like they will be more challenged this year?
Charlie Feuerbringer, the great starting sophomore setter for Wisconsin, didn't play in that match against Nebraska. So we didn't get Wisconsin's best team. Sure, let's not forget we've swept Wisconsin 4 straight matches. That's a fun thing we'll just want to throw in there. But that was not their best. And Minnesota had 4 starters that were sick, were injured, unavailable. So the Big Ten did Nebraska no favors last year. So let us hope that Texas is at full strength, that we get Creighton's best in this non-conference, because you look at the conference, Penn State's going to be much better. They're going to have a real setter this year. Alexis Stuckey transferred from Florida. She's playing with Kennedy Martin. They were great with the Gators. And Whitney Lonstein, the Waverian, the former Viking, coming back. She was in the same Husker class as Lexi Rodriguez, Lindsay Krause, Allie Badenhorst, and not Gabby Orr, that's her older sister, Kennedy Orr. And she's still playing.
Yeah.
I mean, Lindsay Krause is in her 2nd year as a professional. So Penn State's fortunes are going to rise and fall with Whitney Lonstein, and she's going to play on the outside for him, which is her natural position. She played right side for Nebraska. It's going to be fascinating to see. She's had a baby, if she's going to be the same player as she was. Didn't get a chance with Texas. I don't know what Texas was thinking. I think they were just keeping her away from Nebraska and everybody else, but they didn't play her. And now she's going to get a chance to play. So kudos to her. I'm really looking forward to watching her play. But let's hope Penn State is its old self. Nebraska lost 1 set last year.
Yeah.
1 set to UCLA. And that's like the old Big 8. I mean, the old Big 8, I remember in 95, we were gathering for the bus outside the Coliseum to go to jump on 2 propeller prop planes to fly to Columbia. And Billy Winsett wasn't there. He's one of our star players. And I'm like, where's Billy? And someone said, she's got a big test tomorrow. Everyone knew we were going to crush Missouri. The whole thing had taken like an hour 50. I mean, we lost 1 set last year. It was like the Big Ten was like the mid-90s in the Big 8 for Nebraska. Part of that was injuries, but part of it was just Nebraska's skill set. And they were on a mission. They were on a roll last year. But when we hit Texas A&M, it took us 3 sets to get rolling.
So Penn State, you think very well could be legit? Because I know that's a popular pick for people to maybe compete for Nebraska for the Big Ten title.
Absolutely. I mean, Maggie Middleton's gone, so I don't know exactly what their situation is in the middle, but middles aren't as important in the sport as they used to be. And look, they're Penn State. They'll have 2 6'2" sophomores or freshmen that I'm sure highly decorated. It's all about the pins and your setting position. Alexis Stuckey came off a knee injury, grew up in Laramie, Wyoming, played for the Gators, but she's back. I mean, that knee injury was 2.5, 3 years ago. And then you got Kennedy Martin, who is going to be hungry. It's her final season, and she's one of the greatest players ever and didn't have a setter last year. And then you have Whitney Lonstein on the outside. Look, they don't have a lot of depth, I doubt. I mean, they always have depth in the back row. I mean, Russ Rose, you stay at the hotel there at Penn State, and they got posters of all the teams, and there's the volleyball team. There's like 22 players on the volleyball roster. Nebraska's had never more than 18. And, that was 1 year, and we had 17 last year, which was stunningly large. Anyway, they had like 21, 22 every year. Well, 9 of them are smaller than me. So anyway, you just have all these back row players are all walk-ons. So they've got depth in the back row. They'll find great people back there. But they've got potentially, they've got a great setter and a great right side and potentially 2 elite outsides.
Okay, so you look at the schedule, and again, you have the spikes under the lights. We'll see how that goes.
I love it. I don't want to play in the dark. I'm tired of playing in the dark. We got to be under the lights. I love it. Great choice.
So you got, these kind of neat events that you have coming up.
Wrigley. They call it the Windy City. Not on that day, though.
Nope, it's not an ounce of wind.
No,
not an ounce of wind.
You look at Lake Michigan, no sailboats that day. None.
But I mean, you got Florida the potential to play Penn State, and that that Thursday night again,
in Dallas.
Spikes under the lights.
Yes.
You have UNLV in Texas, and then again we can go down the schedule. But what are your kind of thoughts on how this thing going to kick off for
Texas
this team?
and Creighton are big, but the non-conference is not quite as strong as a year ago. When we were at Kentucky, we were at Creighton. This year it's going to be in Lincoln. We want those non-conference to be as competitive as possible. This is one of the strongest teams on paper Nebraska's ever had. And we don't know about the Big Ten this year. The Big Ten's going to be stronger this year than last year, but let's hope it's the old Big Ten. It's the Big Ten from 2021, 2019. I mean, those are just wars every night. I mean, you go to Minnesota, forget about it. You got a line going out the door and, blocks and blocks long, 2.5 hours before game time. We went 5 with Minnesota like 6 times in 9 years there. I mean, it's just a war. And that's what we need this year. We don't need 3 and out. We don't need any short ones. All right. We don't need any, Harold, don't go to the fridge. This match might be over. We need matches where it's going to be a journey, an odyssey. That's kind of the big thing these days. I mean, we want odysseys because that'll help in December. That's what this season's about.
Last thing I got for you, and then we got a special guest joining
us.
Nice. What are you looking for the red-white scrimmage? Like, what will you be looking for when, again, I mean, it's in Pinnacle Bank Arena. You got all this competition, all this depth. What will be some of the things that you'll be looking for? And, by the way, it's always funny because Husker fans don't know when to cheer. So
yes,
that's the players were talking about that earlier. It's like they don't know when to cheer, but we got to cheer all the time.
Got to pick a color. And the opposite. Look, I think things are fairly settled elsewhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the libero choice, it will never be settled. I think that's going to be game by game. We've got 2 of the best. I'd be a little surprised if Danny chooses one for all 5.5 rotations for the season and the other for 3 rotations. I think it's going to be a back and forth, who's hot deal. But the right side, I think, is really a tryout. And that tryout is going to probably go through the end of October. And I think it's going to be 4 players at most. And, Jaden Robinson's, the true freshman. So she's on the outside probably looking in, but she's great talent. So you got Skylar and you've got Ryan and you've got Virginia, and Virginia is the incumbent. So it's tough to dethrone an incumbent.
I said last thing, but are you surprised that nobody leaves? That nobody transfers?
Not really.
Yeah.
Because the magic of Danny Busboom Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, she can get along with 8th graders who are 6'4" and already starting to get recruited, and their parents and media members. She's just so authentic. And I think her real secret among many is that she is joyful in the moment. So much of happiness is experienced retroactively. Like, oh, man, that was so fun when I lived in Los Angeles. Well, I don't remember day to day thinking this is just so awesome. Like, a lot of happiness is nostalgic. She enjoys the moment and is having so much fun. And don't underestimate the impact of fun, whether you're recruiting or you're preserving and retaining players. And the other thing is that, look, Nebraska, 8 out of the 10 volleyball players in the country in 2025 with the biggest social media following were Huskers.
Yeah.
And the 9th was Maggie Middleton.
Yes.
Who built her following when she was a Husker.
Right.
So there's just such a bigger opportunity here for NIL.
Which, by the way, you're going to be back with Danny Busboom Kelly on her show starting August 25th.
Nice. That's always fun.
Yes. It's must listen radio.
Really?
So, yes, absolutely.
Destination radio. Pull
okay,
over.
Prince, come on.
All right.
If
now,
you've listened to the radio, well, I think it was the last time you guys were here in studio, we had you on the show, right?
Yeah, but hold on here.
So this is a up-and-coming superstar hockey player, right? So, all right, you got to hop up there on that mic.
All right.
So we wanted you to join the show here. So what do you have to say to the people?
I made my second hockey team playing for the Junior Stars.
Wow.
It was really hard to make that team, you know. I just, last time I didn't make the A and under team because I was 7 and that was my dream. So I kept on playing, kept on working, and finally made the team for 8 and 10 and under, so.
That's awesome. Are you enjoying being a hockey
dad?
fan?
I love it. As a sport, I wish I had played more of, and I just love watching him play. He's so fast, and he enjoys it. He's a pretty good basketball player, too. At some point, well, he'll probably have to choose. But
Well, that's the last time you were here. We were talking about you playing basketball. You were going to a basketball game, and then you ended up scoring and playing really well, I believe.
Yeah, I did end up scoring. I've been like, sorry. My dad has been to a lot of my basketball games, and he was supporting me, so I went in for the layups, like he said. I did some spinjables, and he taught me. Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about the volleyball team and the volleyball season? You excited?
My favorite player on the team, obviously Danny Busboom.
Well, hold on. She doesn't play anymore. She's the head coach.
Oh.
You like Harper Murray? All right, you're thinking.
I kind of like him.
Yeah. And if Nebraska's playing Wisconsin, what team are you rooting for?
Nebraska.
Nice.
He was like, that's not a...
That's
are
an
you
easy
really
question.
asking me that question?
We like easy questions in our family.
By the way, the interns broke the hammer of the grammar, so...
What do you mean
I still have mine, but Kyle's is broken.
The squeeze hammer.
Yeah. So Kyle wanted me to make sure if next time you come in, if you got any more hammers.
Bring some more hammers. They're great when you're having a tough day. You can whack people and not get in trouble, or you can just squeeze it and build the forum.
Yeah. I'm not bringing mine in here because I'm not trusting the interns with it. But all right. Well, good stuff. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you.
We'll have you on any time. We love to have you. That's who, if you saw him in the background, if you're watching on YouTube, that's who was back there in the football helmet.
That's my son, Prince. He's the best.
He's the best. He's an upcoming superstar. So, well, thank you so much for being here with us. And hey, 3:00, and so 2:00 pregame show on Sunday for the Red-White scrimmage.
Fired up. I'm going for red this year.
Red.
Too.
Red and red. All right.
Red and red.
To mix it up, I'll go for the white. So,
nice.
Thank you for being here, both of you, and we'll look forward to hearing you on Sunday.
Should be fun. Thanks, Jessica.
Yep, John Baylor here with us on Sports Nightly. Got to step aside for a break. More of the show coming up after this. Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs. Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere
There you
dealer,
go.
providing the equipment, parts, and service. I just sat here memorizing this, and then I just went on, and like I have done this a million times, and I haven't yet. Providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrsakers.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. I don't even know how we're going to follow up Prince, you know?
That was a tremendous end.
You know, we probably should have just ended the show.
Let's fold it in.
Like, how do we even follow up that interview?
This is going to get intense right now.
But it is time for trivia.
The Vegas line has been set.
Yeah, apparently I'm not favored anymore, even though I've dominated all summer. He won one time.
You know, they call...
Apparently, Christopher has written the questions for Kyle.
No.
See, she's building in the excuses.
No.
This is called Uncle Mo. Momentum.
Okay.
All right. Should we just get right into it?
Oh, by the way, I did get the buttons for us to press for when
this segment's canceled next week.
And Amazon, it said it was going to be there overnight and like by 8 a.m. and it wasn't delivered.
I'll call Bezos.
Yeah. We'll get him on the phone.
I'm pretty disappointed in Amazon.
We did open up the phone line, so he should be calling in soon here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get right into it.
All right.
Edie Falco and James Gandolfini star in what series? Wait until the question's done. In what series about the life of a New Jersey mob boss? Kyle?
Sopranos.
Yes.
My favorite show on planet Earth. I spend hours watching it on TikTok, clip by clip.
All right, so definitely question Kyle.
Chrissy.
No,
Guilty
okay.
Airy.
1-0. Which
This says no pulp. Sorry.
Can you?
Quoting Tony Soprano. I want some pulp.
I don't want to do your dirty work. Which U.S. state is known as the land of 10,000 lakes? Jess.
Michigan.
No.
Minnesota.
Oh.
Yes. Uncle Mo.
Okay. Which travels faster, sound or light? Kyle.
Light.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wait, CSU, way to stack the deck. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This segment's canceled this week. We're done.
I'm like Dan Lanning after the whiteout game.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, since we're on our last two questions ever, what Hong Kong-born actor and stuntman starred alongside Chris Tucker in the 1998 movie Rush Hour?
Yeah. See, I
Kyle?
mean, I don't watch
Jackie
movies.
Chan.
I don't watch TV shows. No, I don't.
Yeah, so that's
I've never
4.
seen Rush Hour.
You've never seen Rush Hour?
I've seen Rush Hour.
I've never seen Rush Hour.
Well,
Oh
we
my
can't
God.
quote it because it would get kicked us.
Yeah,
kick
I don't
us
think
off
we
the
should.
radio. So,
Well, okay. Here's the last one.
I see why Duke favored Kyle in this one.
Less talk and more questions. All right. Which Big Ten team plays in the horseshoe? Jess.
Ohio State.
Yes.
That was not fair.
Wow.
Not fair. What am I, a scientist that knows that knows lights faster than sound? I mean,
anyways.
See,
right.
she built in the excuse. It's just Uncle Mo.
No, it's definitely not. You had 2 questions in there. I had no clue. Absolutely no clue.
And whose fault is that?
It's his for not making fair questions. He should start doing, I don't know, I'm going to give him some questions to feed in for next week for topics that you would never know.
How about we get some viewer submitted questions? I want to see what they have to say would be a better question.
So, anyways, that's the
too easy. Yeah,
we
it's skewed.
We have a genius audience.
I don't know about that. All right.
Wow. She's taking broadside swipes at the chat.
Hy-Vee,
I wouldn't take that.
Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. All right, got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up the show next.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McInnis difference at McInnisInc.com.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Welcome back. Final segment here at Sports Nightly on this Tuesday night edition. Do want to make sure and remind you that we're going to be live on location coming up on Friday night. So we're going to be at Cross Train Brewing in Omaha. You have the coordinates, right?
180. I had it in my head and I lost it.
You didn't memorize it when Nick sent it to us earlier? So we're going to be out there, and it'll be fun because 590, again, has got great programming going on right now. Nick Hanley, our great friend, and what's the show called?
It's Hanley and Hansen.
Hanley and Hansen.
So it is at 180th and Maple in Elkhorn. 180th and Maple.
And Justice Rohde is also the producer. So
He is.
we can know lots of people there. So they are on before us, and then we are going to be on right after them. So we're going to have some fun on Friday night.
We are on from 2 to 6. I'm scheduled to go on.
We're on from 2 to 6?
I'm sorry, they're on from 2 to 6.
We are not on from 2
6
to
to 8. I am scheduled to go on with them Fridays during the season. So this time I will be with them on live a little bit later. I think I'm scheduled to go on with them during the season around 2:20 every Friday. And we will we'll have Nick on our show too.
I told him today, I think we're going to cross over, both of us, so both shows. So we're going to be on with them. They're going to be on with us. So Nick's going to join us. I texted him today. So it should be fun, though.
I'm excited. It's our second remote.
Yeah.
Since
my
last
third.
year. What was your other?
Wrestling.
Oh, right. That's the one I wasn't allowed to go on.
No, you're not allowed.
No, I wasn't allowed.
Mark Manning was out of practice the other day.
I did see him.
Yep.
Out there. Julian Asibe was there today with women's basketball. Nate Lenzer was there today of men's basketball. Dr. Susan Elza tells all the sports to get on out to football practice.
Yes.
Use it as a recruiting tool.
Yes, absolutely. So actually, they were moving out of the dorms today. I know they were excited for that.
I didn't. Again, the coaches being in there too is pretty crazy.
And apparently, David told us this. I hope I could say this, that whoever had the dirtiest dorm had to buy lunch or something like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Now, did Damon have to? He get shoehorned into a dorm here, even though
he
was
was
added
not
late?
at the dorms, but he was telling us about it because the players that were in here today were going to get their stuff to move out of the dorms. They were excited about that.
Oh, they must be absolutely fired up. Tell you what, practice is it's growing in intensity. First time full pads today, which I mean they're thudding a little bit. They have not gone full live, so that's bringing guys to the ground in fall camp. I would expect that over the next couple of days. Tomorrow's a night practice. They're off Thursday. They have practice Friday, and then they practice, I believe, Saturday this week. So we should have a significant amount of team-on-team and scrimmaging, and they're still installing. Of course, you do a lot of that in the spring, early in fall camp, but things are pretty intense.
Had a chance to talk with a couple guys today. We'll bring you a couple of those conversations tomorrow as well. And we're almost done. It's taken all summer, but with the newcomer series. So Colin Rice, we'll hear from him coming up tomorrow night too. So freshman for Nebraska men's basketball. He got hurt early in the season or early in the summer, but boy, they are excited about him, and I think they're going to have a hard time keeping him off the floor as well.
And basketball is away right now. They finished up all their summer workouts, so they'll start up, like mid-September for their practices?
We did hear, which I don't know if we're allowed to report it yet, but we do have, I think they have set a date for when John Rothstein's going to pay up on his paying for Nebraska winning an NCAA tournament game.
I think there's a plan. There's
Yes.
a plan in place. I don't know what place that's going to be at, but he had said that he was going to put his card down. For how long? Was it an hour?
I don't know what it is.
I think it was an hour.
Duke knows.
Because Duke's going to be there with his shirt off.
Free booth.
Be there with his shirt off, waving.
Yes.
Just like he did at baseball.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of college basketball, there's a special visitor out of practice today, too.
Yeah, Seth Greenberg of ESPN. Apparently his son is working on some of the suites here. I'm not sure if it's at Pinnacle Bank Arena, but Seth was here, and it was one of the most random cameos. He knows Troy a little bit. Troy was out at practice, so they chatted. He talked to Rule too. So it's a former Division I basketball head coach. Now ESPN analyst was out of practice today.
You know, I've also, I said this to you, and I wasn't out at every single practice last year, but I feel like there's been quite a few NFL scouts that seem to have interest in this team.
Yeah, and Corey Campbell. Usually they have the strength guy, the nutritionist, and Kristen. They go over there and they'll talk at length. Ed Foley's the one who was the liaison between the scouts and the program. So they, again, there's a lot of momentum for this program and guys at the next level, and you see what Emmett's doing.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. So we will have another full 2 hours coming up for you tomorrow night on Wednesday night. And, hey, it should be a fun week leading up to the remote on Friday night. But have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night here on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Find your next truck at Woodhouse Chevy. Explore our limited time offers available now. Lease the 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom Crew Cab 4x4 for $449 a month for 39 months, 10,000 miles per year. Or save up to $10,000 off MSRP on all retired courtesy 2026 Silverado 1500s. Woodhouse Chevy. Together, let's drive. With approved credit, retired courtesy loaner, tax, title, license extra. First payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Must trade a 2015 or newer vehicle. Must finance through dealer and based upon available rebates. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com.